Hey there, Brainiacs, and welcome to Brainwaves. Today, we're digging deep into the fascinating universe of memory. We're about to unpack the mysteries of short-term and long-term memory. So fasten your seatbelts, or in this case, your thinking caps. Short-term memory, the post-it notes of the brain. All right, imagine your short-term memory as those colorful post-it notes you use to remember stuff temporarily. This happens in the hippocampus, our brain's temporary storage room. Like a busy desk covered in notes, your hippocampus manages all the recent info. But be warned! It's like a constantly changing post-it landscape. Notes come and go. Picture this, you're about to leave the house, ready to conquer the day. You reach for your keys and, to no one's surprise, they're nowhere to be found. It's the great key caper and your brain is on the case. Now let's call in the hippocampus, the brain's short-term memory wizard. It was there when you put the keys down, but it's playing hard to get. You might have been thinking about what to have for breakfast or humming a catchy tune, and bam! The keys became part of the short-term memory swirl in your hippocampus. As you start retracing your steps, the hippocampus, ever the diligent note-taker, sends signals to the frontal lobes, the brain's executive organizers. They take charge, replaying the mental footage of your morning ritual. Did you leave the keys on the kitchen counter, on the hallway table, or maybe in the pocket of your jeans? As the frontal lobes work their magic, the amygdala, the emotional powerhouse, jumps in. You start feeling a tad frustrated, maybe a sprinkle of mild panic. Thanks, amygdala. These emotions are like breadcrumbs leading you to potential key locations. Now, the brain's searchlight shifts to the long-term memory storage in the cerebral cortex. The keys are like treasures waiting to be discovered. The brain retrieves past memories of similar situations, remembering that sometimes you absent-mindedly leave them on the bookshelf or in the laundry room. Finally, the eureka moment! The brain signals your eyes to spot the keys right there on the counter, where you left them last night. The brain, with its dynamic teamwork, turns the great key caper into a triumphant saga of discovery. Another victory for the hippocampus, frontal lobes, amygdala, and the cerebral cortex, all working together to ensure you're not locked out of your day. Crisis averted, thanks to the brain's memory superheroes. Scene 2, long-term memory, the brain's infinite library. Now let's talk about the grand library of the brain, the long-term memory. Think of it as a vast collection of books stored for a lifetime. The information that survives the short-term chaos gets sent to the cerebral cortex for long-term safekeeping. It's like moving a file from temporary storage to a hard drive in the brain's library. The hippocampus is still involved, coordinating this migration process. Now let's stroll down the aisles of our brain library. Encoding memories. First up, we have the encoding phase. It's like when you're reading a fascinating book and decide to highlight the important parts. When your brain encounters something noteworthy, like your first bicycle ride, or the taste of grandma's cookies, or your first kiss, it decides to highlight these moments. This happens in the hippocampus, the brain's librarian assistant. The hippocampus sends these highlighted memories to different sections of the cerebral cortex, like placing books on specific shelves. The brain categorizes them based on their type. Visual memories here, emotional moments there. It's like having a well-organized library where you can easily find your favorite books, making connections. The magic happens when the brain creates connections between memories. It's like realizing that two of your favorite singers are related. The brain links related memories, making the retrieval process more efficient. So when you remember your first day of school, it might trigger memories of your school friends or the smell of new books. Scene 3, the entourage, brain regions, working together. But wait, there's more! Our brain is a teamwork enthusiast. Different regions collaborate for this memory magic. The amygdala, our emotional maestro, adds a splash of color to these memories. It's like turning black and white pictures into a vibrant collage. Emotional experiences, be it the excitement of a birthday party or the warmth of a family gathering, get a special place in the memory hall. It's like spicing up a recipe with a pinch of excitement or a dash of nostalgia. Retrieval, the brain's treasure hunt. When it's time to retrieve a memory, it's like embarking on a treasure hunt. The brain follows the encoded paths, guided by the hippocampus. The more connections a memory has, the easier it is to find. So when you try to recall the lyrics of your favorite song, your brain is on a musical scavenger hunt, piecing together the words. But how does your brain memorize and remember a song? It all starts when you hear the song for the first time. Your ears catch the melody, and the lyrics start to weave a story. This is the initial encounter, and your brain, especially the auditory cortex, gets to work. Your hippocampus, the brain's short-term memory wizard, starts jotting down the musical notes and words like a quick note on a musical sheet. If the song hits an emotional chord, the amygdala steps in. It's like the emotional seasoning in a recipe, making the memory more vivid and likely to stick around. Emotional connections, whether joyous or melancholic, add an extra layer to the memory, making it more memorable. Now it's time for the brain to practice. Like rehearsing a dance routine. The more you listen to the song, the more ingrained it becomes. Repetition strengthens the neural pathways associated with the song, creating a mental playlist in your brain, lyrics and melody. The brain loves patterns, and songs often follow a predictable structure. Your brain identifies the chorus, verses, and other sections. The combination of lyrics and melody creates a unique fingerprint for the song in your memory. The more connections your brain forms around a song, the easier it is to recall. If you connect the song to a specific time, place, or emotion, those become like signposts for your brain to navigate the memory. Long-term storage. Over time, with enough repetition and emotional resonance, the song makes its way from short-term memory, handled by the hippocampus, to long-term storage in the cerebral cortex. Now it's part of your mental music library, ready to be retrieved whenever you want to press play. So the next time you find yourself humming your favorite tune, remember that your brain orchestrated a beautiful symphony of connections and emotions to make it possible. And let's not forget the frontal lobes, the brain's CEO, overseeing the entire operation and helping with organizing and retrieving memories. Scene 4, the comedy of forgetfulness. Now let's address the elephant in the room, forgetfulness. It's like the brain's way of decluttering. Forgetfulness, that whimsical dance where memories play hide and seek. Like forgetting where you put your glasses, the brain's way of saying, "Surprise, let's play detective." The hippocampus is like the bustling command center for short-term memories. It's where new information is processed and held temporarily. Forgetfulness often begins here. If the hippocampus is a bit distracted or overloaded, like a forgetful librarian misplacing books, it might not transfer information to long-term storage. Frontal lobes, the brain's executive assistants. The frontal lobes, the brain's CEOs, manage attention, organization, and decision-making. Distractions or a lack of focus can lead to forgetfulness. It's like the frontal lobes are busy juggling multiple tasks, and sometimes a memory ball gets dropped. The amygdala, our emotional powerhouse, often contributes to unforgettable memories. Ironically, it can also contribute to forgetfulness. Stress or intense emotions during an event might cloud the memory. It's like the emotional charge creates a mental fog. Conclusion, the grand finale. So there you have it, friends. From short-term chaos to long-term legacies, it's a journey worth celebrating. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this expedition down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more brainy adventures. Until next time, keep those neurons dancing.